Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bulls will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground. First down for this offense. Looking for a crease, it's Roberts. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the offense on first down. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go to the air, looking to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a mid-season showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
On the ground, it's Achuk. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
They'll run it to the right side. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Brings up 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's awesome. He's right on target. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Might as well give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Looking left. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
That's perfectly fine. On my defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take.
He's got it on the right. The expressway is wide open, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's awesome. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on it, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. It's complete. There's a live football. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Mountaineers are on the move. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Power football with the run. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, South Florida 10, App State 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To throw, it's awesome. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Run in the red zone. It's Roberts. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, it's Roberts. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Tucker. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Mountaineers are threatening on 1st and goal. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knock that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Floats it out in space. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that 1st. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the Bulls are flying down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged on the outside. It's Ocha.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep your foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. It's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Back to pass. It's awesome. Made a defender miss. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback adapting. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
The Bulls will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's awesome. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll try the run. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. They'll throw it on first down. Floating away. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
Second down coming up. Give to the running back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, USF! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's an expert analysis. They got to do better.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
First down here for the offense. Wants to pass. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Takes the handoff. It's Achuk. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11.
At the 11-yard line. Second down coming up.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
42, Spider.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Touchdown, South Florida. And the pummeling has started.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. This guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
First and 10.
On first down, here comes this offense. To the ground with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The Mountaineers will line it up on first and 10. On the ground, it's Alexander. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. To the air, it's awesome. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. All kinds of running room. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Here comes the two-point try. From the gun. Steps away. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
No good. That keeps the score.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
App State, 13.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Parks. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown in those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. Finds his man. It's Smith. At midfield, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Bulls! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stint, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Florida 37, App State 13.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's awesome. Finds his target down the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. At the 35, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Using his legs, it's Sawchuk. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Bulls. And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over Mississippi State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Might as well stick with him. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
A little screen to the running back. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
The incompletion on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Dropping back, it's Awesome. Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing the pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, USF! And the beatdown has ensued. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll start this drive with a pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On the run, it's Sawchuk. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
He'll keep it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
13.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
The throw. Makes the grab. It's Roberts. Great move. Now he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw, it's awesome. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Mountaineers are in the hurry up.
Second down.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lawson. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Going for 6. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and you keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And after this short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.